We will have a Q&A at the end. Today, we're going to talk about BS manufacturing, the project management part of it. So project management in BS manufacturing is an additional module. So if this is something you, your company, your customers need, for example, they have construction project and they need to put everything that's done to this one project, they want to record everything. So if it's purchasing side, on the sales side, if it's hours, administrative hours, this is when your project management comes in. So you have it all in one spot and have a totally overview what was done to this one project. So you can create multiple projects, of course. So then you can put a budget in there and it will tell you also, hey, you're way over the budget already. And then you can create activities, sales and purchasing transactions directly from the project. So you can go there, right click and create those documents right there. You can also trigger work orders and product configurator from the project. And then you can have milestones. You can have milestones and say, hey, once the blueprint is being done, completed, maybe you want to send an email to give them an update of your project, which, you know, when you have a big project, people always want to know what's going on, where are we at. Okay, so that's the project management in your BS manufacturing. It's not in the basic license, it's an additional module. So if this is something your customers need or you need, then you just say, hey, how much is project and so on. So let's dive into SAP Business One. And I don't know why this is open. And let me make sure I have my BS running. I do. So first we're gonna go here. I have project installed and I also have a license for it. And when you go to setup, you have this project folder right here. This is your setup where you're going to start once you implement that. So I'm going to go to project cost. So what kind of projects do I have? What kind of costs are associated with this project? So I have material cost, other expenses, purchases for prototypes, you name it. And you all know the way it works. It's always, you know, you put a cost, a type, and then you put a description in there. So in this one, for example, material, I can create for this cost type, I can create a purchase order, delivery, and invoices. Okay, and I can also issue. So what's nice is you tell it what you can do for each cost type. If I go for, and then of course you can put cost element in here and so on. If I go out and I go, for example, times of sales employees, I do not have this checked because this is, I just want to record times for this cost type. Okay, so here you set up all your cost types, what it is, material, time, approval, and so on. Then you would go in here and would to task catalogs. So for example, if I go to installation and I open it up, this is my task catalog. So this is a normal type. This is a normal, a main task, normal, or a milestone. I mentioned earlier. Then I would say also, if I do a milestone, I'm just gonna pretend this is a milestone. I can say, okay, this is design milestone. So maybe the customer says now, hey, I really want to create an email once this design has been completed, this milestone. So you can go ahead and send a message to the customer. And this is, you know, this would pick up the work order and all the information. You have those parameters in here. It will pick up and will send the customer an email for the milestone. And that's to me very important because, as I mentioned earlier, when you do a project, you want to know where I'm at. So, when you discuss with your customer, hey, this is your project, we will send you an email when the blueprint is done, when the design is done. So they constantly are in the loop where you are with the project. So this is when you actually would say here milestone. So this is a milestone. This means I have to send an email on that. Okay. Then you can set up budgets. So you set up budgets here, project cost types. Here comes the cost types. We just talked about it, right? This has other expenses. They can up to $600 and then admin up to $800. Okay. So I just put something in there for you to see. Okay. And then you can always add more, just like you do with anywhere in Beas, you just go in here and you can always add more of those project types. Okay. So that's your configuration. Project cost types have what kind of cost types do I have? The task catalog. Is it a main project? Is it installation? Is it a prototype design? You put in your catalog and then you would set up the project template. So a project template is, let's go into this one, the demo one. I'm going to open it up. And here I say, okay, this is my project template. This is what it's called. The item I'm using is project. You have an item that's called project. The production type is project. Okay. And here are all my tasks. Here are all my tasks. So for this template, I need this: customer requirements, project specification, protocol design. These are all my tasks if I use this template. Okay, so it all flows together. As you can see, you have the project cost, then you have the catalog, and then the template, and we are putting everything in there. So if you go in here, you can open it up from here again also, of course. So that's your configuration. This is under setup. You guys know all this. You are experts, and this is where you set all this up. Now, when I go, since you do have the project module installed, now when I go to production, I have a project menu here. Okay, let me cancel out of here. And I'm going to say, you know what? I have a new project. And you just call it what it is, which customer it's for, okay, and which template, we just looked at it, which template are we using? What do I need? What's involved in this project? And then you click update. And it will create a new project for me. Oops, kind of barked at me, didn't it? Okay, so here it is. And now it opens this up and it wants me to give it a new name. Okay, but I'm going to go back to the other one. I did the wrong template. Oops, there's somebody else here. Okay, so let's go to this one. This one I created earlier, and I'm going to open it up. And this is the one I really wanted to do on the new one. So this is my project. This is the name of the project. This is my customer. So all this I have to go through. I have customer requirements. Remember, we saw this on the template. That's exactly the template I'm using on this one. Okay. Then I can see here all the tasks. Okay. Then I see the budgets here. I see all activities here. Purchases, sales orders, services, attachments, work order list. And in this case, it created a work order. Because when you set up project, you can trigger it. It will create a work order right away. And what this work order looks like, I'm going to go to my work order list. Hopefully that was the last one. You remember, you probably know from the other webinars from using BS manufacturing, that you can have different icons for depending what work order it is. If I open this one, I don't know if, oh, this is the one we just did, the new 3, because I created a project, it created a work order for me right away, okay? Because on the work order, what you're gonna see here, I have to register time to certain tasks. That's why it creates a work order right away. And your users, of course, just like with registering time and material on a regular work order, you can register time also here. Okay? Because that's what we want. We want to know how much time we are spending on this. Okay? For the project specification. So it creates a work order right away, automatically, because that's what I have set up. So let's go to this one and open it up. Just there we go. So again, I have all my new project. I'm checking it out. Oh, look at this. This one, there was a time receipt, times of sales employee, and you see that I'm way over budgeted. So I didn't pay attention. I just put something in there. So you, as the manager, somebody who is in charge, the project manager, this is where you're gonna be a lot and see, hey, we are not doing good. We are over the budget already. Here are all my activities. Here are all the purchase orders, sales orders. Okay, quotations. On this one, I have quotations and sales orders. And you see, let me move it over a little bit. You also see that the quotations are closed because I created them off. I created a sales order already. So everything you have in here. I have 2 work orders because in this one, I did a sales order of adding this this project, and also it created a work order when I created the project. And you see this here. That's the beauty of it. This is my sales order work order. So if I go here, I had a sales order with this project code assigned. So I see it there too. So it's one central place for you to see everything about this project. And the other one is the project work order, because I have to register time for certain things I'm doing in the background. Okay. So let's go over here. You, of course, can go in here and open this up. Oh, there was an activity created here. You open, I don't know where I did my purchasing. I'll get material purchases. Oh, there is a purchase order created. So also on that project tab, you see everything right here, what has been created. Sorry, that wasn't right. Material quotation, that's what I want to do. This is where my quotations come in and sales orders. So you can see it here, or you go over here to the tab and check it out there. And of course, like with anywhere, you can always open it up straight from here. Okay, so everything visible. Of course, you can go here and say, okay, I want to create an activity also from here, or I want to create a order time enter. If I go here, I can do a purchase order, goods receipt, AP invoice. Why? Because when we set this up, this goes back when we did the setup, of course. When you go to setup, you go to, where's my project? There we go. And the cost types, because of here, what I have selected here, this is when I do the right click on the project, it tells me what I actually can do. So you have, again, full control. There's a new work order. Do you want to do a work order or activity? So you can actually do it straight from here too. Okay, you can stay on this screen and do new documents from here. But what we are going to do, what's most likely happening a lot is, let me go to new project, new 2. Okay, when you put in a sales order, or let's do a sales quotation. I'm going to put in a sales quotation. And I'm just going to put an item in there. And I'm going to put a price in there. So now you have right here, you have a project. This is where you are going to look for your project. And then when you go over here, you also, I should have put it right next to it. I apologize, I had to move it. You also tell it which task. So remember the list ahead, all this belongs to the project. So also, hey, which task does this sales order go? So of course, in my case, it would be material quotation, right? Gotta put it in there. And make sure, don't do it like I do. Just make sure when you go here, put the task next to it over here. So it's all about that. So that's what you do. Oh, and I'm gonna click add. Okay, done. So now let's go back to this project. And I just love it because I love when everything is just linked and integrated. So here's the project. It was 2. If I go in here now to my project 2, let's see if it worked. Do I have something now on the sales tab? Because earlier I didn't, remember? We looked at, there we go. Here is my quotation. So it's right in here. If I go here, I'm the project manager, material quotation, I think. You will see it here also if I expand it. And nothing else is done. Again, I'm going to go back to the sales quotation now, and I'm going to say copy to sales order or delivery, whatever, just like we do in real time. And I have it here. I'm going to put my delivery date, and I'm going to click add. There we go. Now I did the, guess what's going to happen now? This is closed. And the beauty of integration when everything is linked so well is because this is closed, it will tell me also here when I'm a manager here. Let me refresh this. And if I go to sales, there we go, quotation. Now I have a sales order of this quotation. And you see it's closed, this is open, and it's based on this quotation. Beautiful, because you have everything right here. If I go here, I just love that. I like to see I'm very visible. There's my quotation. Oh, and there was a sales order done of this quotation. Oh, there we go. Here it is. Okay. So this, what you do, you go in there and just touch everything to the project. You can do some stuff here, or you do it on the other side. Same with purchasing really quick. If I do a purchase order, let's do the new 2 also. Let me just duplicate one, right? Let me just duplicate this one. Yes. And come on, I only have one supplier. Oh, well, if I duplicate this, duplicate over, see that? I don't want this to be the new project. So be careful, okay? Because it will duplicate over. As we know, I want to have it on the new project. And I want to, because I'm buying something, right? The task I'm going to do it to is material purchase. This needs to go to this certain task of my project. And again, I pull up the project. You see it there right away. Okay. If I close this one, and I believe I did this one, there we go, material purchase. Okay. So again, you can go here and you can always open the task here. For example, if you say, hey, you know what? I want to go in here and I am going to my task open. Let me go to this one. I'm going to say, okay, there was a milestone and I have this milestone code and I'm going to send them a message that this and this has been completed. Base activity with decision, blah, 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 blah. This is you get this already done, but of course you can put in there whatever you want. See, it puts the date. I don't read XML, HTML very well. So it takes the information of that work order of the project to give an update to the customer. And I should have run one so you could actually see what it looks like. Sorry, I should have done that. But I think you get the idea. Okay. So now, just like you do with the production orders, you can have them log in to you can have the user to log in on a terminal and start creating time. So if I go to here, and this is a cost, this is a different one. Let me go to this one. This one is attached to a resource. Oops. There we go. They can log. Where's my? Let me see. Operation sequence. That's not editor. No. They can register time here or log it on. Let me just do it from here. Sorry about that. A little challenge here. Register cost, because here is not time, depending how my type is. And here I can register a time receipt. So you would do that exactly, or you log on just like a time receipt on the terminal. This is what it is. I worked on it from noon till 3 o'clock, and you just say confirm completion. And it registers the time exactly like what you are used to it. And again, if I go to my new project too, you will see the time registration here also. If I go here, I see, hold on, I'll work on a list. I think it's in here. It's somewhere in here, the time registration. Maybe it's a different work order. Maybe I have, no, it's new too. It's somewhere in here. The time is in here. No, I forgot which one it is, but it definitely is. Everything is in here. I think I did it was a different item. Okay, so this is what you do. You decide what you can do with each of the tasks. What can I book to it? And of course, you can always go in here and do it from here too. Okay, so same screen. It's up to you how your customer works, how what they prefer. That's it. Work order position is already closed. I'm doing the same one. So, but this is what the project does for you. Sorry about that. Let me cancel. Yes, let me close this. Don't want to confuse you. There we go. Okay, so you can send, as I said, milestone emails. You book everything to there. You tell it what each task can do, and you have everything at one spot, which makes it really nice for you. Okay, let me go back to the other one I did earlier, have a little bit more data just to review it one more time. There we go. You have it right here. You have the red, and I am going to go to work order list really quick here because I did see. I'm looking for something. Telephone, there's activity I did, tasks, and everything is in here. And of course, if I do another activity, I have another phone call, just go in here or whatever. I met with the customer, you would go in here. I had a meeting and it was a new meeting, and do this and add it, and it will go to your project. So this is what the project module does. For you to know, it's available for BS manufacturing. It's totally integrated. As you can see, you have a full overview what you can do with the project, what needs to be done, rather, right? Which tasks are involved in this project. I have milestones where I can send emails to the customer and say, hey, the milestone was reached, and I apologize that I really didn't. Actually, let me try something. Let me do a task open. Let me see if I have it set up. The service, it runs with the service, with the, and that isn't probably, maybe I don't have it running all the way. New message. Event master, Let me see, ID. Milestone fertig. I'm in Germany. You have all this stuff. I said, I'm going to send it to me. Oh no, but the service will kick it off and I don't have it running. So you put in who gets it. No, can't type today. And I'm gonna add this. Okay, and then it's gonna go at the server. So if you guys know that you have to have this running, so it goes out, it's under utilities, Beas managed server, and this needs to be running, which is not running, then it's gonna send it out. Okay, so that was basically this was your project management. So it's there. So please, just when you talk to your customers, hey, do you have projects? Do you want to have a central place where you have everything listed, activities, work orders, milestones? Then this would be the perfect fit for them. Okay.